Hello and welcome YouTube. So it's been a fat minute since I've uploaded on this channel, and I've added to the collection. So welcome my 1970 Ford Mustang. I've always wanted a Mustang, and you know, I've never really been a 70s Mustang kind of guy. I mean, they were the end of the classic looking Mustang. And when I bought this thing, Dad and I thought it was a roller and we went and picked it up. No. This, basically pretty much done. I mean, what more can a guy ask? I mean, we won't talk about the headliner or pretty much anything in here, but it has a carpet. It's got the seat. I mean, it's pretty much close to ready to go. Except for a couple things, like the ignition. Yeah, that doesn't work. And one slight, don't mind those. One slight problem. If I can get this up. Radiator doesn't work. So we're gonna put a new one in. I hope. So this isn't even the right size radiator. Because as you can see, the previous owner has decided to zip tie the radiator in place. So, oh no.
Oh, no! No! No!
But this is a 302 car. So this has the Ford 302 small block in it. And, you know, even for not really running right, it still sounds pretty good. I would start it, but I haven't quite figured out how to do it yet. I mean, I know a little bit about cars, but I know almost nothing about carburetors. That's all Dad. So when we go get it running and all that stuff properly, Dad and I will both be here, and you know, you'll be able to fully be able to talk to Dad on this channel. Another thing that's kind of, I don't know if you guys
What
see
the
this.
hell is even that?
You probably do. But the throttle cable is not having it. Honestly, I don't even think it's supposed to be a throttle cable. I think it's supposed to be a, like, something else. I forget what they're called. They're like a Z-arm or something like that. With an arm right here that controls it up, because the pedal is over here. So yeah. So I came out here with no tools. So I'm gonna hope I can get the radiator hose off. And I hope I can get the bottom one off. And then cut this radiator out. Now, I may not actually put it in because of the fan. I don't quite know what I gotta do, because hopefully I can just put the bolts back in. It looks like it already has like some weird kind of spacer or something right there, because I think there's supposed to be a fan clutch that attaches to. I'm not for certain. So I'll be back with some tools.
2,000 years later.
All right, I am back. So I go just to be able to undo Mr. Horse Clamp and a bad camera angle. Take you have to come off more. Okay. Should be enough. And then I can take, so, trick I learned from a wise man. You can kind of break the seal around with this thing a little bit. But this thing wasn't on there anyways. Radiators aren't supposed to do that. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, why did he do that? No. Well, it ran. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, I'm glad I'm actually glad this radiator broke and I started catching things before trying to just daily this after doing other stuff. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's not how that's supposed to go. See, I think that's just a plate. All right, I'll get back to you guys when I get that lower hose off. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this, and as I'm currently holding a phone and not a GoPro, or I can clip it onto my head, it's not gonna work out well. So, catch you guys in a second.
A few moments later.
All right, I'm back. Less than a second later. No, it was a little bit more than a second later. It just pushed off. You know, I drove it to this spot like that. Maybe it did have one on there. Because maybe I flushed it. I may have flushed it, I think. Or maybe I just drained the radiator. I don't know. But anyway, at any rate, that wasn't on there. Oh no. Oh no. We won't talk about that. One of the plans actually I had for this thing that won't work because the car is too skinny, is to put a 464 valve in here. That would have been glorious. Unfortunately, I cannot do that because they are a 90-degree block. And it's wider than what will fit in here. I mean, I could probably squeeze the engine in there, you know, with some modifications. Granted, expensive mods. I can make this engine sound glorious. I ain't gonna be making much power, but I can make it sound good. So, with you guys on camera, you get to watch as I figure out how to one, two, let's cut. Okie dokie. And this thing is garbage. You know, people complain about the focus on the Apple cameras, and you know, I tend to agree, but usually if you tap where you want it to focus on the screen, it does usually about 30% of the time focus. Okay. So, oh no. Oh no. It's missing a bolt.
Houston, say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
My life. Oh. Okay, that can you, all right. Oh. Nope, too small. $16, so it goes there. So, FH. Perfect. Now this is still when vehicles were made with actual tools. Except for apparently the radiator that was held in by zip ties and wasn't even all held in to begin with. So I'm gonna get this fan off and see if I can't just put the bolts back in. Hopefully that bracket isn't too long, but hopefully they just zip right back on in and I can just leave the fan off, because this has an electric fan that I really want to use, because I don't, to be honest, I don't trust that fan too much. So, I mean, it's loose on there, and yeah. All right, I'll be back. All right, so I went ahead, I found some bolts. So I don't know how long they're supposed to be, so there's a chance this may bottom out, but I'm not thinking so. So, you know, people use GoPros for a reason. Part of that reason is iPhones turn off randomly. I bet you can guess what my phone did randomly. Yeah, much more than that. It did go all the way down, so I'm not too worried about using the electric ratchet. that little that thing there, it made me feel like there was a bug on my arm because I don't do any trimming. All right. Tight. Enough for now, so that thing won't fall off. There's a reason, most likely that thing there is held on, but yeah. All right, cool. Well, we can open that up. So, let's choose that one. So let me get this box on there and I'll get the, ooh, a four-way. I didn't know that was there. All right. Voila. See, Dad's also gonna have to help me wire this up because I know nothing about wiring. Me? Wiring? Don't mix. Yeah, I mean, it already unfortunately has a couple of dings, but let me just get this radiator out. See if I can't slide it into place. Although I don't have any bolts. I don't have any bolts because he zip tied it in. Oh no. So it looks like I'm going to be doing this the painful way. With nuts on at least some of them. Some people like these. Maybe. On the other hand, I may just wait to put that radiator in, because we can at least get it out and look at it, see how it is. So let me get it out of the box, not necessarily the packaging, but out of the box, and we'll see. Maybe we'll set it in there and see what we got to do to get it to line up with everything. All right. Maybe that was the right radiator. I have no idea. Zip tied in. This radiator I got, which all the measurements that I had seen were shaping up for this one to be the right radiator. I mean, the hose goes to the right spot. But it's too small. I mean, too big. So either I can make a bracket and make the thing work, or I return it and get a new radiator. So I'll leave it to you guys down in the comments. Should I return this thing and see about getting the smaller sized radiator that they had on there, or should I make this one work? Let me know down in the comments, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that is.